Hello, it's 8 p.m. on January 21st, 2020. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. It is kind of warm today, a little warmer than yesterday. Yesterday we had a nice cool breeze. Today, not so much. And if you look at the wind barbs, you'll see instead of a southerly component, you have more of a southwesterly component, which means you get more of the air coming in from New Jersey. And the air quality is not good over New Jersey. So notice the air quality today not being as good as the past couple of days. So not much of a breeze. You can see not much wind blowing, even blowing out there. Temperatures have dropped though into the mid 70s, so it's better now than it was before. We got low 70s on the South Shore. East End has got the mid 70s. So dew points, it's humid out there. If we go further closer to the city, you see you still got some 80s in the picture here. And let's see what it is in Toms River right now. Yeah, I'm shocked. It's in the 70s in Toms River. That is shocking. I thought it would be hotter there. So let's take a look at the high temperatures today, because they were definitely warmer. So if we go to historical here, we'll see at the high maximum temperatures here. And you see we got well into the 80s today. Mid 80s pretty much, which it was most of the afternoon here in the middle of the island. North Shore got close to 90. Even out east and central Suffolk, they got the mid 80s. South Shore was around 80, and right at the beach, you had upper 70s. As we go into New York City, looks like 88 at LaGuardia, 86 at Central Park. So pretty hot, upper 80s in northern New Jersey there. Let's move down toward Toms River and see what they got up to. Looks like 83. I am shocked. It's actually cooler in Toms River than it was here. How could that possibly be? It's a little warmer as you head inland. That's something I didn't expect at all. Maybe they had more clouds. Maybe they had a thunderstorm. I don't think they had any thunderstorm activity though there. So it's kind of interesting that it was cooler in Toms River than it was on Long Island. Yeah, I mean, it was hotter on the North Shore of Long Island than it was in Toms River. You can see Glen Cove is a pretty hot place. Got up to 91 there, and 92 it looks like around Northport. So yeah, hot day on the island today. All right, so we're gonna actually look at the past radar and show you there was some thunderstorms. We're gonna have to rewind this here and look at the past radar. If we go back a little bit, you'll see. Let's see if we got that. Yeah, there was some thunderstorms over here. So let's go back. I think it was a couple hours ago. There was a thunderstorm that was sitting in this area here. I think this was it. There was a couple over there. And they really weren't moving very much. I could see the anvils in the distance, but not as much thunderstorm activity today as there was yesterday. Looking at the current radar, you'll see there's not a whole lot going on, but you do see there's an area of showers off Long Island there, off the east end of Long Island. Jersey looks fairly decent. Looking at the satellite, you got some high cirrus clouds around, but plenty of sun today. More sun than we had yesterday, I think. So let's go take a look at the models and see what's going to be happening as this pattern evolves, as this warm pattern evolves. So we're going to first start with the upper air pattern here, and we'll go ahead and look at the upper air. So let's get to the upper air. It was exhausting out there. Just had to go out because I had to get water. Anyway, so here is what we have currently. You see that ridge off the east there, and that ridge is going to be with us for the week. You see there's a trough in the middle of the country, and that trough tries to make it to the east coast by Friday. Maybe we'll get some relief from the humidity then. But then we have this ridge building in the east, but there is still a trough off the east, but then it moves away, and then we have this huge ridge to start July off, and then it looks like it goes a little more zonal. That's the GFS. If we look at the European, you'll see that trough, and European has a similar idea. The trough just gonna it's gonna kind of die out a little bit, but we'll get some relief from it. And then look at next week. Euro just has us under the ridge big time to start. So we're gonna have some really major heat to start July. So let's go back to GFS, and we'll go look at the surface. It's back over here. Okay, so as we go in tomorrow, you'll see more or less the same kind of idea. Along the coast, will probably stay dry, but there's showers inland. And you still see, it looks like maybe we'll get into some of those showers, and maybe they'll get to some of our, maybe Wednesday morning before we see that redevelop again in the afternoon due to the instability. Thursday, a little less in the way of showers. And this is when we have that shot of dryer that might try to get in here Friday into Saturday. And then we have some more low pressure systems coming, which may bring a chance of showers. We haven't had much rain here on Long Island at all. And then you can see it looks like there is a backdoor type of high that tries to build in at the beginning of July that kind of tries to protect us, I guess. But then it becomes a heat ridge. But it looks like there might be some relief if you hang in there. There might be some relief. So let's go look at the temperatures. We'll take a closer look at the temperatures in our area now as we move this along. The GFS. And before I do that, let's take a look at the NAM 12 kilometers as far as precipitation goes. You can see it's mostly to the west. It's Long Island won't get affected. Our best chance that we might be affected is by this like trough line moving through. That might be some sort of front. We'll look at the temperatures when we get to that. So let's go back to the GFS and we will look at the temperatures here. So tomorrow, it's going to be similar to today, I think. We're going to have the highs. I think Long Island will stay mostly in the 80s, but they could be near 90 on the North Shore, Jersey, and north of the city, perhaps. Maybe the city will hit 90. For Tuesday, similar idea. The island, I think, will be in the... It looks like Tuesday, there should be a sea breeze, so the island is cooler, and hopefully we'll have more of a southerly flow that day. 90s over Jersey. Oh, it's going to be hot in Jersey. Wednesday a little cooler, and then we cool down for Thursday. Then we're only in the mid to upper 80s, and for Friday, low to mid 80s, and you can see it drops down on Saturday around 80, but then the heat comes back for Jersey on Sunday, and then you can see what ends up happening. It looks like some kind of almost backdoor setup happens where the Suffolk County could be in the 60s and Jersey could be in the 90s, and in between there'll be 70s. So that looks like some type of backdoor cold front, perhaps. Oh, how would you like to be over here? They're only in the 50s. Now, they've had some serious heat in New England we're going to have to talk about, too, as well. So going into July, you'll see, yeah, it actually starts off kind of cool, but then it starts heating up as that ridge builds right around July 4th, which is always hot. Could be 90s then. But this, again, is in the 10-day. You know the way the GFS is with that. So we'll go ahead and look at dew points. So, see, yeah, you see that wind tomorrow. You see it start off with that westerly flow. That's what kills us. Hopefully we can get more of a southerly flow off the ocean by the afternoon, keep us cooler. Looks like more of a southerly flow on Tuesday. And you see those dew points are high. Again, I like this because it shows the dew points and the winds. And you can see, again, southerly flow on Wednesday, but you can see drier air trying to get into the picture. Here's Thursday. Dew points drop into the 50s, maybe some 60s, and a little more. You can see that drier air trying to get in 50s, and so we could get 2 points down to the 50s, so the humidity will drop on those days. And then we still have low humidity on Saturday. Sunday, though, the humidity returns. And then it looks, you can see that backdoor front there for there's July 1st. See that backdoor front right there. Man, I'm rooting for that. I am rooting for that, that's for sure. Now this is that heat again that has, you see that westerly flow that it sets up there. But that's July 7th. That's a ways away from today. So could look at some of the other models when it comes to the temperatures. Well, I don't really like using the NAM, so let's go look at the sky cover next, I guess. So here is tomorrow. You see we have a lot of cirrus around, but hopefully that'll filter the sun and keep the temperatures down. Looks like Jersey won't have that. For Tuesday, we're probably going to have mostly sunny skies. less clouds. Wednesday, more clouds. Thursday, you could see some clouds around. Friday should be hopefully a mostly sunny day. Saturday, we got those bright, probably high clouds. Sunday, high clouds. Probably won't be too many clear days in here, though we try on July 1st to try to bring that backdoor front through, which could bring some nice weather in. So I'll have to see. This is a ways away. Let's go look at the NAM 3 kilometer sky cover. And look at the NAM and the RGM sky cover. So here is Monday, and you can see we can have a lot of clouds around. It probably won't be clear, but you can see. I don't know if that's cirrus or let me see if that's cirrus. That's probably not high clouds. Let's see. It's actually not. It's low clouds. That would probably be a fog bank. So if that fog bank were to roll in, it's probably low clouds. Yeah, if that fog bank were to roll in, it would probably give us some relief. This is the low cloud fraction. So if that is a fog bank, that could bring at least the South Shore some relief. Tuesday, we see a similar setup, but that fog bank might burn off in the afternoon, and then that's as far as I got on that on the NAM. Notice it's interesting how the GFS doesn't really show that up as much. Let's look at the RGM cloud cover. The cloud cover is important because it will determine how much sun you get, determines how warm you're going to get. So on this, doesn't look like a whole lot of clouds, just high clouds over the island. For Tuesday, yeah, there'll be some clouds. I mean, you're not going to get nice skies. You know, when you're in an air mass like this, it's rare to get nice skies, you know. So let's go, we'll look at the other site, which is windy.com, which will give us some output from the European model. So we'll start with the temperatures. So let's look at tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. So you'll see here, middle of the island, North Shore, you'll be in the 80s. South Shore, be in the 70s. In Jersey, you'll probably be even warmer than that. Let's go to Tuesday. You can see there's not a whole lot of wind, but when we go to Tuesday, there's a little more wind, and that helps. You need a little more wind to push that sea breeze in, and I think Tuesday will wind up being more comfortable than Monday, actually. Dew points, well, I mean, temperatures, 70s, hopefully dropping into the 70s by the afternoon. Meanwhile, in Jersey, you're still going to be in the 80s. You're going to be hot, probably hitting 90. Let's take a look at Wednesday. Now, Wednesday is much cooler. Isn't that interesting? So, Wednesday is only in the 70s on the island, and around 80 in New Jersey. Looking at Thursday, 3 p.m. Still got 70s, so and you can see here's Jersey again being a little hotter, of course. Let's go look at Friday. You can see more of a westerly flow on Friday, and this is where the drier air is going to be coming in, I think. Same thing for Saturday. But nope, it starts heating up on Saturday. Oh, yeah, Saturday we're going to see a huge difference here. The island, let's go to 3 p.m. here. The island, well, North Shore will be mid-80s. Middle of the island will be mid-80s. South Shore is probably going to be the place to be. This is next weekend. But Jersey, you're going to be in the 90s. Big deal with 90s for next Saturday. So it could really heat up. I don't know if it shows this backdoor front on here. Hope we get that backdoor front. Still hot. It's just a crappy pattern where once that ridge sets up, it's just misery. I hate the heat and I hate the humidity, especially when they come together. It's annoying. So let's go look at the dew points, and I'm just gonna put this into Wednesday so you can see that front that would be approaching. You can see that drier air. There it is off to the west. So here's Wednesday at 5 p.m. You can see it actually has it quite humid on Wednesday. Dew points close to 70. So the Euro has the humidity really cranking up on Wednesday. How's the dew points? The Euro seems to have higher dew points. I hope the Euro is wrong. I think it's overestimating it a little bit, but it might not be. It might not be. So we're getting some really bad humidity because it's ahead of the cold front, so it's pulling up the humidity. So Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be really humid. And then Thursday, you can see the dew points drop. 50s and low 60s. 50s and low 60s. Here's Friday. Dew points are low too. Dew points in the 50s. So those days will feel more comfortable. So we'll get some relief from the humidity before it comes back up again on the weekend, at least. Yeah, I know. We'll get a little bit of relief, but like I said, now we've entered what I call a shit pattern. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I try not to say those words. I do apologize. I meant crap pattern. But you know what it is. So here's the sky cover tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some breaks, but it's not going to be great weather for going outside for a while, I'm afraid. Yeah, there's that front that's going to come through. Luckily, Wednesday we can eat inside, so if we do get thunderstorms. And then Thursday, you can see the relief. So you're going to enjoy Thursday and Friday before that humidity comes back into the picture. Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you, I just hate when the summer pattern sets up like this. It's horrible. You know. So let's go take a look at Flagstaff, because it's not really that much better there either. And then we're going to look at some of the other. So it's 83 there, which it's been hot there too. You can see, according to the forecast, they could get close to 90 on Tuesday. So there's no relief there. The only difference is it's not humid, but you know what? It's still hot. And when the humidity's that low, you're going to get so thirsty. And you got to remember the air is thin over there too. So that's the other thing that you're going to have to deal with if you're in Flagstaff. So it's no better there either. It's no better there either. Now the other location I want to show you is Millinocket, Maine, because it's been ridiculously hot over there. So today isn't too bad, but look at how hot it's going to get in the forecast. But if we look at yesterday, it hit 96 there yesterday, and there was a thunderstorm hit 96 in Millinocket, Maine. So it's been really major heat going on, major heat. And if we go back to tropical tidbits, we can look at the anomaly chart. And actually, I'm going to take this out to the North American view. And really look at the temperature anomaly here. Some huge departures here up in Canada, and you can see that continues. You can see the northeast, the middle of the country is cooler than normal, but you can see that the southwest, in the east, is hot, and then most of the country just gets above normal. And then look at these above normal anomalies up here in the Canadian Maritimes. That's very hot for that area. So you know, I mean, it's not off the wall, but it's definitely above normal, and that is something that we need to pay attention to. The other thing that I do want to check that we haven't done in a very long time is look at the ice situation up in the Arctic. So let's go ahead and look at that, and then we'll wrap up this weather update, because, you know, we're still, you know, with everything going on, it seems like people have forgotten about climate change. Of course, but it's a convenient distraction. This is what Wall Street wants. They're using all these things, the virus, the police, you know, the quote unquote racism in the police, which I don't think it's as bad as they make it out to be. Again, it's all funded by Wall Street to distract. Well, it's not so much the protesters; it's the media. They want to distract you from the climate change. So, seasonal decline of sea ice extent proceeded at a near average pace in May. Extent did not approach record lows, but remained well below the in 1981 to 20-ton average. Sea ice was notably below average in the Barents and Chukchi seas, but less in and so research demonstrates a strong link between the persistently positive Arctic oscillation of last winter, of early spring, and the record stratospheric Arctic ozone hole. Yes, we have an ozone hole now in the Arctic again. Unbelievable. So that's not good. So let's take a look at some of these charts here. This is the map, so you can see it's below extent. No surprise. We're going through climate change. You know, this hasn't stopped. And look at that. So this is the blue line is 2020, and we are near the minimum. So not good, not a good situation, but of course it's a convenient distraction for the corporate media. All these issues to keep to make you forget about the climate crisis. That's like I said, they're beholden to Wall Street, and Wall Street is what we have to defeat. So that is going to be it. Take care, and thank you for watching.